Busy. You have to remember, John, that I'm going to be busy most of the evening. There will be lots of people there to talk to, and I expect you to socialize too and be sociable. Tonight was the first night in 2 years that I agreed to go with my wife, Darcy, to one of her monthly social events. I am not a social person and usually avoid social events when I can. Darcy was upbeat and outgoing, the complete opposite of me. I knew about her monthly get-togethers before we were married, and she made it quite clear to me that she would only marry me if she could keep going out with her friends. She always tried to make sure I was welcome, but I always refused. Honestly, I had no idea what these people could talk about for 4 hours a month. I had no interest in sports, culture, politics, or the arts. Darcy assured me that it would be fine if I relaxed and went with the flow. The first hour will be very casual, John. They'll have wine and other drinks if you need to relax. I'll be busy with my friends for most of the evening, so you'll be on your own. There's that word busy again. What happens after the first hour? I'll be fine, Darcy. I promise not to get in your way. I have to find someone to talk to. Oh, I can guarantee it. Since you're new to the company, you shouldn't have any trouble making friends. I wasn't sure what she meant. It was a big house, a real mansion. Thank goodness there were plenty of parking spaces. There were at least 30 cars parked there when we arrived. Darcy was dressed sexy but casual. She'd spent more time dressing me for my debut tonight than she had on herself. I was lucky to have found such a delightful spouse. After we entered, she turned to me once more. Remember, John, I expect you to take care of yourself tonight. Try to act like I'm not here. I'm leaving you alone until we're ready to leave. If I can't find you, I'll call you on your cell phone when it's time for us to leave. Okay? I nodded, watching her walk across the hall through the crowd. There were at least 50 people there, chatting animatedly with each other. It was like a scene from a Hollywood movie. I spotted the bar and tried to pretend I belonged here. A few moments later, I was sipping a cold, long-neck beer and watching Darcy talk to someone who wanted to be David Beckham. I didn't mind the conversation, but she seemed a little interested, too. The adorable little creature interrupted me before I could finish my beer. Hi, my name is Carla, and you must be John. This is where my social incompetence showed through. Instead of answering her, I just nodded. Darcy said she would try to convince you to come with me and asked me to make sure you feel comfortable. Please don't feel obligated. I don't want to get in the way of you having a good time. Relax, John. I like meeting new people, and you're the only newcomer here tonight. You're all mine. I wasn't sure what that meant, but Carla and I actually had a very nice conversation for about 40 minutes. Her husband was around too, and she pointed him out to me at the other end of the room. Darcy was still chatting with an athletic-looking guy. I'm not a drinker, so after the second mug of beer, I switched to a Coke. About that time, all the lights flashed twice. Oh, that was fast, Carla commented on the flickering. Looks like the pre-emission is over. Pre-emission? It's like a halftime signal for a play. It alerts people that things are beginning. And indeed, the mood in the whole room began to change. People who had been standing around talking now began to move around. It was hard to tell exactly what was happening, but I couldn't see Darcy anywhere. In fact, Carla had disappeared as well. As I made my way back to the bar, my mind began to clear. God, how stupid I had been. What was left of the large group of people in the main hall was now less than half of what it used to be. The bodies seemed to have vanished into thin air. Look, John, I got the key. Carla seemed proud of herself as she showed the room key with the number 6 brass tag attached to it. My suspicions were confirmed. Do you know where Darcy is? She's busy right now, John. I'm sure you'll find her later. There's that damn word again. I told Carla I'd meet her in room 6 in 10 minutes and quietly walked out of the building. I cursed myself all the way home. How could I have been such an idiot? For 2 years, Darcy had been meeting friends here for casual sex, and I didn't know it. I'll never know how long she'd been doing it before she met me. 3 hours later, as I finished loading all my clothes and personal belongings into the car, my cell phone rang. It was Darcy. "John, where are you? Are you having a good time?" "I'm fine, honey. I'm just busy at the moment." I assumed she thought I was still with Carla. "Oh, good. I'm glad you like it here. I'll meet you in the main hall when you're done. Take your time." 10 minutes later, I was on my way to a local motel. Tomorrow morning promised to be a busy one. I was going to be busy, closing accounts and talking to my lawyer. God, how stupid I'd been. The end!